All right, we got to think about getting out of here because this is going to be. James, you all right, bud?
Just put them on your fridge or something. Those are for you to take out. Because I'm.
It's not the 140-mile-per-hour winds. It's not the possible loss of electricity. It's not the possible loss of food. It's that these guys will end up in my kitchen.
And they just waiting for food. Great.
Stay safe, everybody.
We're definitely seeing a lot of water on them because we saw a heavy rain event. But I want to step aside to show you what I'm seeing behind me. So this is St. Petersburg. This was a big concern yesterday. We reported on the concern about those cranes in St. Petersburg with those wind gusts, if they would be able to withstand the wind gusts. Well, what you're seeing is the aftermath of one of them that came tumbling down. Now, thankfully, we are hearing there were no reports of injuries, no reports of fatalities here. We're working on collecting more information. But again, you can just see the debris scattered around the street there. Obviously, this has all been closed off to public traffic. And on the other side of the camera, a lot of onlookers taking pictures of this. And guys, this is sort of what we're seeing around here is people gathering around, even though officials are asking people not to take to the streets because there's a lot of debris on the streets. There's down power lines, down trees. A lot of people wondering what they're going to find when they go back to their homes because a lot of people took shelter. We saw mass evacuations in ways we did not see in other hurricanes. We certainly didn't see this level of evacuations ahead of Helene. And I think that was a big eye-opener for a lot of people. They decided they were not going to chance it. And so we know roughly 100,000 people believed to have been taking to shelters around the state because of Milton. And some of those people, by the way, we understand, were already in need of shelter.
Last night is a Category 3 storm dousing the state's Gulf Coast and spawning more than a dozen tornadoes yesterday. This morning, we know that 4 people in St. Lucie County on Florida's Atlantic coast have died as a result of those tornadoes. And take a look at this. The roof of Tropicana Field, that's where the Tampa Bay Rays play, almost completely ripped to shreds. The wrath of Milton felt in real time by our own Tom Yamas last night. Watch this.
Okay, we're gonna go. We gotta go.
In Washington, President Biden offering these powerful words to Floridians still stuck in the path of destruction.
Evacuation is probably difficult, so I encourage people to look for safer shelter. Sometimes moving just a few miles can mean the difference between life and death. We've got your back, and Kamala and I will be there for as long as it takes to rescue, recover, and rebuild.
And this morning, millions of people are waking up in the dark as communities across the state start the long road to recovery. We are covering Milton from all.
Is it coming this way? I'm getting scared.
Hurricane Milton makes landfall, slamming into Florida with destructive winds, catastrophic storm surge.
That was our pool. 4 feet ago.
Hurricane Milton made landfall as a Category 3 storm with 120 miles per hour winds on Wednesday, slamming into Florida's west coast before churning its way eastward across the center of the state. The catastrophic landfall follows barely 2 weeks after Hurricane Helene, which battered Florida before causing devastation in North Carolina. Florida residents have spent the interim boarding up windows and evacuating their homes in preparation for Milton. Milton has the potential to be one of the most destructive hurricanes on record for west central Florida, the National Hurricane Center said Wednesday. The storm is expected to pass over Florida and into the Atlantic through Wednesday night and into Thursday morning. Milton poses a threat of a historically deep storm surge, as well as wind gusts well over 100 miles per hour over the next 36 hours. Storm surge forecasts along the central western coast are predicting 10 to 15 feet of water topped with devastating waves driven by hurricane-force winds.
Looks like it. Like that one right there is touchdown, but that one I don't think is quite down yet. Yep, that's it.
Florida Gov. Ron DeSantis has activated thousands of National Guard members who are standing by to conduct search and rescue following the storm. President Biden's administration has also pre-deployed resources and hundreds of personnel. Biden declared Florida a disaster area ahead of Milton's landfall to